Moral of the story, don't cheat. She hadn't cheated, none of this would have happened.
Cheaters, let us
Don't
know.
Period.
How do you jump
Don't be a
from
fucking
people
cheater.
to people? Okay, 3, 2, and 1. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome back to Fictionally Unstable, because real life's not dramatic enough.
With your hosts, Jessica, Maciel,
And Lauren.
Hi. Banjo.
Banjo.
Jumbo.
Jambo.
The Django.
We said banjo. Ding, 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 ding. Anyways, can you get the actors
Yes, I can.
of it? So, hello, we're back again. Tuesday or Thursday? Tuesday or Thursday? Mondays or Thursdays. We are. Do you need help, Matt?
Okay, got it.
Wow. Pause for Lauren. She hasn't had her coffee yet.
That is not coffee.
So we watched the series called Watching You that came out, you said, in 2025?
I think it was 2025.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. It stars Jess.
So just a preface, this is a Australian erotic thriller series. So the actors are, you have Aisha D, who plays Lena. You have Josh Hellman, who plays Dan. Chai Hansen, who plays Kane. And then some other notable people is Luke Cook as Axel, Laura Gordon as Claire, and Olivia Vasquez as Tess.
Did you guys ever watch Sabrina?
Yes, he played.
Yeah, he played
The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Yeah.
He played Lucifer.
Which one?
It's the one with
what's her name?
Which actor?
She's in like everything.
Oh,
now.
Luke Cook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he plays Lucifer.
I was like, which actor?
And ever since I saw him in that, I've been following his
he's funny.
everything afterwards. Not that started his career. He's had a career. But he's great. And he's a funny person in general. If you follow him on social media, he's so fucking funny.
And the main girl is Kiernan Shipka, which she's in a ton of stuff now. This blonde girl. Yeah, she's in a million things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the show.
And then the guy that plays Kane, what is he in? He's also familiar.
He was in... Well, I'll just start naming stuff none of it's familiar to me. The New Legends of Monkey. Night Sky. Play Dirty. We Were Tomorrow. Population 11. Apple Cider Vinegar.
That one.
Oh.
This is the only thing that I recognize.
There you go.
Which the main girl was also in Apple Cider Vinegar. She was
Was she the friend?
Yeah, she was the friend that actually had cancer.
Oh, yeah, she was.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same cast.
She did not seem recognizable to me, but
yeah.
Whatever. Have you watched that? Mm-mm. That's it. That shit's fucked up.
It's like a dramatized, based off of real life events thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's really good.
Okay.
About a girl who fakes having cancer,
Maybe
basically.
I'll like it better than this show because I did not like it.
You actually might like that show.
Okay.
It's a medical, not that you have to like everything medical.
I only like medical stuff.
So are we watching Grey's Anatomy then?
Oh my God.
All 20, however many seasons.
I got up to season 19 and then I said, that's no more.
19. I got to like 4.
I did. I got up to 19.
No, girl. You got to get to at least 12, which is
That's like saying like
Patrick Dempsey
the books
leaves.
get good on book 5.
You just got to wait.
I watched until 16 when Justin Chambers left. That's who plays Alex Karev.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about Watching You. So, not everything else.
An Australian erotic thriller.
Yeah. So, pretty much main synopsis is this couple that is engaged, which is Lena and Kane. Lena ends up having an affair. And within that affair, she ends up leaving her fiance for... Let me backtrack really quick. Sorry. She has an affair and it gets taped, the affair.
Mm-hmm.
And she finds out that there was a camera in the apartment or home, townhome, whatever things. She finds out that there was a camera. So she's suspicious of somebody watching her and she thinks it's one of her friends. But in all of this chaos, she ends up leaving her fiance for the man that she has an affair with. And then it all turns out to be that he is the one who's been watching her, and he's like a serial narcissist, crazy person.
He takes peeping Tom a little too far.
Yeah. And then she gets her happy ending, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So in episode 1, as I stated, we find out that Lena and Kane are engaged. They like to role play though. So they like to like go out to bars and pretend they don't know each other and then act like they're taking each other home, but they actually are together. And that's in the very first scene. We notice that as they're making love in their kitchen, it zooms out to their air vent and there's a camera and they're watching them. So already we're like, okay, so they're being watched, which I thought was weird that I was like, they're being watched in their own home, but okay.
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't their home. I thought they had rented.
You're right.
Asked the friend to.
They
borrow the apartment.
You're right. There's
Nest safe or something.
Nest
share. It's
Nest
like
share.
Airbnb
Nest share,
for Australia.
Yeah. So the app Nest, right?
Yes.
Nest Share.
Yeah.
Like Jess said, is like Airbnb. And their friends own it.
Yes.
Yeah. So they own a lot of different
business. They have different business avenues, but one of them's a Nest Share. And
they have how many homes in that? I mean, I guess a lot in a sense.
All I remember is that they had the one Nest Share and then they had their like big home, but that's all I remember for the couple wise. And then Kane and Lena, she has her pa's house, her father's house, and then whatever like loft or whatever they live in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so they were just hooking up in a different spot.
Yeah.
I thought that was
like
their place.
I think it was just for their like date night.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it was just like to add to the.
And then the
thing.
guy Dan ends up living in that same nest.
Got it. I'm fucking this all up. Okay. So you get that. Okay, they're being watched. Or we find out that there's a camera in this place.
Yeah.
They're being watched.
Yeah.
Lena's a paramedic and Kane is a intern. No. What is he? Firefighter? No.
Yeah.
He's
a firefighter?
He's a firefighter.
So
Okay.
that's how him and his friend met? Or
Yeah, and he doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much he has an injured arm of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
I forget how he has an injured arm, but they get into a fight, Lena and Kane, because he's over abusing his medication for his arm injury. And so they go to a party that their friends Axel and Claire are hosting. And Axel and Claire are like pretty lively, life of the party, free spirits type of people. And Kane gets really, really drunk. There, Lena meets a man named Dan. And how does it come about the whole net share thing? Because she takes this phone. Do you guys remember that? Like he's at the bar. She's flirting with him.
Yeah, she's flirting with him, but Dan takes Lena and Kane home because Kane's like super drunk or something like that. And then I think I think they just had a conversation that he knows them and he's staying at their nest share.
Yeah, I think when they were talking, he like introduces himself and says like what he's doing for their friends, Axel. And that he's staying in their nest share.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So that's how
so
she knows
where to go.
Is.
Okay. So, yeah, that part. Kane is drunk as shit that Dan offers to take him home. And there's this weird tension between them as they're driving. Lena's like touching herself. And I'm like, bitch, your fucking fiance is knocked out in the back. Like, what is your fucking
This
deal?
is not the moment.
So they get home, drop him off on the couch, and then she is like, fuck it, I'm attracted to this man. So she goes to the net share and they fuck. Point blank simple. Goes home the next day, finds out that she wears her engagement ring on a necklace, and it goes missing. And for her, she's like, fuck, it has to be at the net share. Because Kane asks nest share, whatever.
It's okay.
The house. Kane asks her to if he could have the ring so that they can clean it before the wedding. Yet they have not really made any type of progress on their wedding arrangements. So that's also something that's maybe hindering of why she's like, you know, wanting I don't fucking know. I don't know why people cheat. So whatever. Anyways, so she makes her way back to the house. She knows where the spare key is. She's going through all his shit. A lamp breaks, finds out that there's wires in it that connects to a camera. And then it cuts to the next scene where Dan is looking at it and he's like, what the fuck? I don't know about this, blah, blah, blah. So to her, she's like, oh, it has to be Axel or Claire.
Right.
Yeah, and Dan wants to go to Axel and Claire. And she's like, no, wait, they're my friends. Let me figure out a plan.
Yeah. And then they get invited, Lena and Kane, to go on a, is it at their house that they're building, or it's just a cabin?
So it's actually Lena's
family,
dad's house. And Kane took it upon himself to be like, oh, they want to like come over to the property. Cause I think it's like a little bit in like the countryside, like away from the city. So he convinces Lena to have those two and them kind of go out to her father's house.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So she's super suspicious of them. She's trying to see if she can find any evidence of videos that are tied to the camera that she found. She ends up looking through Claire's phone.
Doesn't see anything.
She doesn't see anything, but there's a hidden album. She goes through the hidden album. She sees her and Claire and Axel having sex, and she's like looking straight at the camera. So she's like, it has to be Claire. And then she gets a text later on from an anonymous number sending her a video of her and Dan having sex. And basically
says, I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Title of the show.
So that's episode 1.
Yeah. Lots
of boobs.
Too much boob for my. I was like, I get it. They're having sex. I don't need to see anymore. Thank you.
I thought that was a really long episode. I mean, I think all the episodes were long, but I was like, oh, they got through a lot.
Yeah, they got through like the good chunk of like
the whole setup.
Yeah, the whole setup in just episode 1. So
yeah.
In that episode 2, the interaction with Claire was so weird. When she was like putting her lip balm on her, and I was like, okay.
Oh, like when she found her inside with her phone after Lena had seen the video of Claire. I thought that they wanted to like swing. That's what I thought she was going to ask.
I was like, oh, do they want to like
Yeah, because I thought that they had like they were into the kinky shit of filming themselves, and I was like, oh, she's gonna ask her like if they want to swap or swing or something, but I don't know.
She just put her lip balm on her,
random interaction,
wiped her lip, and said, "Beautiful girl."
Because then after that, like nothing ever happened remotely close to that interaction.
Yeah. So strange, so stupid. I'm sorry, I don't like this show.
So next episode, obviously Lena's freaking out. Somebody knows that she had an affair. She does it again at their home.
Yeah, she has sex with Dan again.
Yeah. Well, she says she's feeling bad for sleeping with him. But she's really sexualizing him the whole time. She's in her shower, like sexualizing them. And then she's like, oh, want to get in the shower with me, to her fiance, to kind of like mask the thoughts. So I'm like, you don't feel bad for sleeping with him, bitch. You don't feel bad at all.
Because then you do it again.
Yeah. So they, at her family's home that they're renovating, which they hired Dan to assist to renovate. She fucks him again in the woods. In the home in the woods. And she keeps getting texts of this anonymous number with blackmail now. So basically telling her that she needs to tell Kane, or, the video is going to be sent out. She hires this person who can figure out, the IP address of the number that's registered to the text messages, finds out that the number is registered to Axel. And so she confronts him. And the part that I thought was weird is that she said something about how she thought, so because he got with Claire, he used to have an obsession with Lena. So she thought that his obsession with her would have stopped after he got with Claire. So she's really like, she's like, you're sick in the head. She's upset that he's watching her in a sense. But they never even touched on that storyline again. She just says that. So it's kind of like, did you guys have a thing? Like,
Well, they said it at dinner.
they did?
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention to the conversation.
So at dinner, Kane is kind of getting close to Dan because he like hired Dan to fix up the old house. And so after they were working on it together, they were going to meet for dinner to celebrate Axel and Claire's anniversary. And then it said at dinner something like, I forget how it's brought up, but like somebody brings up the fact that like Axel and Lena dated, and Lena was like, oh, like we didn't even really date. And Axel says, oh yeah, we went to like the movies one time and then I left to go out of the country and then I came back and you and Kane were together. So it was kind of like
I completely missed that.
Yeah. I didn't hear that part of the conversation.
because then that he mentions that it's like awkward at dinner, and then Lena goes to the bar and then Axel's like, oh, sorry if I made things awkward or something. And then that's when Kane sees them talking at the bar and he starts to get suspicious that Axel is the one that she's having an affair with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And also too, so there's a night that she goes back home and Kane wakes up and he's like kind of bleeding from his head. I think this is the night after Lena comes clean to Kane. No, this is the night before. So she comes clean to Kane that she had an affair, but she doesn't say with who.
Yep.
And he's like at home, you know, like drunk a mess. He gets up, he has this cut on his head. So she's helping him clean up. And then she gets a call from Claire that Axel basically fell off of a cliff. And so when they go to the site, his body's recovered and he's dead.
Because Kane does kind of confront Axel, but Kane follows Axel and sees him meet Lena at their share nest.
Yeah.
Yes, because she had texted Axel that they needed to talk.
Yeah, because that's what she
confronts
accused him.
Yeah. And he's like freaking out, like, what are you talking about? Blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And then that's when, Kane is drunk, and then it seems like something happened between him and Axel.
Right.
Yeah. So
Some
that's
sort of encounter.
Yeah. So that's episode 2. So right there, when I was like, oh shit, Axel's dead, I was like, damn, who else is it? I didn't think it was Dan. Right away. I didn't think that. I was like, why would somebody try to blackmail themselves?
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Obviously, a fucking crazy person.
Yeah.
I
thought maybe it was Kane, actually, but
yeah.
And he's
alas,
like
it was
using
not.
it against her. Yeah. Okay, so now episode 3, Claire finds out about the videos that Axel had of all the people in their apartment. And there's like a million videos.
All a bunch of different people, couples, fucking.
In the nest share.
And she finds it out. She's looking through his, I think it's his laptop, and that's where she sees it. And then she gets this weird suspicion about Lena because she sees the text between Lena and Axel, which was the last text that she said, we need to talk now, or something like that. We know that Kane has been out the night before Axel died. Of course, he followed them. So there's a potential that he had something to do with his death because he followed him after Axel was running after Lena when she left. And he really starts to go crazy. When did he find out that Dan was the one that slept with Lena? Do we remember?
Well, so, okay, I don't remember exactly, but like order of events was they had Axel's funeral, and that's where Claire gave like her kind of speech of where she
didn't know who he really was.
Yeah, like she kind of gave like an ominous speech because she found all those videos. Then afterwards, at like the whatever thing they have after the funeral, they're at the house and Dan shows up there. And that's when him and Kane get into another altercation. Because Kane had been, I think Kane had texted Dan like he was threatening to like beat him up or kill him or something like that.
I don't remember.
Oh wait, didn't Lena tell him that it was Dan?
She must have, because when he accused her of it being Axel, she said it wasn't Axel. And then I don't remember when she explicitly said it was Dan.
Yeah. But anyway, by the time the funeral comes, he knows that it's Dan.
Yeah.
And then they're both grieving in a sense, right? Kane's grieving because he did lose his best friend. Also, his fiance has an affair. And then Claire lost her husband.
Also, sorry, this is backtracking. Another thing for Kane as to why he thought it was Axel and Lena is because after their anniversary dinner, when he goes like running with Axel, and Axel's like, "Oh, can you take my picture?" And then he sees photos of Lena in Axel's phone, like of her posing, which is all fucking weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were like a bunch of photos of her.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That was weird though too. He was just taking a picture of her while she's standing
which
there.
I think he was like still probably in love with her.
Yeah.
I was like, why is everyone obsessed with this woman? I don't understand.
There's a moment Claire and Kane hook up just kissing.
Yeah.
But also too, I was like, all right, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Lena then goes to the police because she has some sort of evidence. What evidence is it? Because Kane gets arrested. What was the evidence? Do we remember? Damn, y'all.
Oh, his car.
Okay.
His car, because his friend, no, it wasn't his car. So he was borrowing his friend's car the night that he got drunk. It was one of his former firefighter buddies. And then they went to Lena and was like, oh, like Kane brought my car back fucked up. And there was like a whole like dent or something on the side of it.
And it was like where they found it, right?
Yeah. It had something to do with where they found it. And so that was incriminating. And then the fact that he didn't get home till like on their ring thing.
The time.
He didn't get home till like 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. or something like that.
Right. So she like turned him in, I guess. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So Kane gets arrested. So Lena can now have her relationship with Dan, basically, because he also told her that he was going to leave town the night of the wake or the day of the wake. And he doesn't leave town because he stays to finish up the work on their house. Lena goes to the house. She finds him. And then as they're like hugging, and he's like supposed to be consoling her, it goes into a view of him looking straight into the camera. That's in the fucking vent of the house he's renovating.
Yep. So we knew it was Dan all along.
Yep. So in episode 4, he starts acting super, super suspicious. He tracks every single move that Lena does. So he's always waiting for her. He's, watching her all the time.
He wants to be around her 24/7.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she starts to get suspicious of him as well because she goes to the house that he's supposed to be working on. And she asks the people there, like, oh, I'm looking for Dan. And they're like, oh, we don't have a Dan. Like, we don't know who we were talking about. And then when she confronts him about it, he gaslights her and is like, oh, no, I said it was 112, blah, 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 not 12, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So she starts to get suspicious of him.
Yeah. She's like, this is a motherfucking liar.
They have a dinner together. They're like first intimate nighting out. And then when they literally want to fuck everywhere. So she's like, I'll send you my cue. I'm going to the bathroom. So when she's out the bathroom, somebody comes up to him and calls him Pete. Mm-hmm. So we're like, oh, so your name actually isn't Dan. Okay, cool. Neither was Pete. Now that we know that.
Andrew Wilson.
But so definitely know that Dan is definitely hiding something. Dan goes to visit Kane in jail because Kane sends a letter to Lena and he's like reading her mail. So he goes to the jail to visit Kane, basically to let him know that, or to make up a story that Lena doesn't care about him anymore, that they laugh at his letters, like he needs to leave her alone and all this kind of stuff. And basically threatening him in a sense.
Kane's like, fuck you.
Yeah. And this is where now Lena she shows up to where he's supposed to be working because she wanted to surprise him or something and he's not even there. And so that's where she starts getting suspicious. She finds out about Pete because she sees a picture of the guy that they ran into at the dinner, and she knows that he called Dan Pete. So she's like, I need to find more information. So she goes on her own little investigation, finds the guy out. The guy tells her that he was acting crazy with this previous woman named Harriet. And then it goes into showing us a footage of Kane in the hospital from being beat up like crazy. Was that Dan that beat him?
No. He was picking fights.
Oh.
With like, I think she said skinheads or something.
So he's beat up. Yeah. And then, just going through like Lena's going through all this investigation and she knows that he's constantly, so she leaves her watch to track like his car and where he goes. And she notices that he goes to a storage unit quite frequently. Gets stopped a couple times she goes there, but the final time she goes is she breaks into a storage unit and then that's where she finds the computer and finds all the videos. So she discovers that he's the one that's watching all these people in their house, in their homes. The way she hid her watch in his car.
Stupid.
Why would you do it in the driver's seat?
Yeah. Like, why not throw it under the passenger seat or something?
Or like in a glove compartment or I don't know.
Something. I was like, that's dumb.
And then to sit there and be like, oh my God, it slipped off on the drive. Oh, wait, no, there's our reverse, huh?
Oh, they are reversed.
So it was in the passenger seat.
It was, but it's still in a stupid spot.
Yeah.
Like, shoved it in there. Like, okay, it doesn't just get in there on its own, But whatever.
So she's good at investigating, but she's not good at planning shit. Let's just put it that way. She's 50-50.
Yeah, not good.
All right, so now it's starting to get heated. So episode 5, Dan gets an alert that his storage unit gets broken into. This man is smart as shit. Let's just put it that way. So
he's hella smart.
Super fucking smart. And like plans and plans
Conniving.
and plans.
Yeah.
So
nothing worse than a smart man.
We don't like those.
We don't like smart men.
So he gets into the what is it called? The storage unit. She tries to escape. The way she tries to escape, I was like, "Girl, you are a fucking idiot."
Yeah.
Wait, you skipped the part of her meeting with the ex.
Harriet?
Yeah. Wasn't this before this?
It was. It was in episode 4. I didn't write anything about her though. So what do you recall?
It was a really important story.
Okay, go. Well, I didn't write it down. I can't write down everything. Sometimes when I'm watching, I'm like, do I want to mention this? No.
So Lena finds the ex, Harriet, and is her real name Harriet?
It is.
It is.
It's
Okay.
just her last name is different.
Okay. She changes her name because she was in a relationship with Dan, who was Pete. She met him at a conference. They ended up being together. And then over time, he started to get controlling about like the way he is with Lena. She tries to break up with him, and then he doesn't let her break up and threatens her life, threatens to kill her. And so she felt like she had to go and change her name and
hide her. Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, she does freak out on Lena to be like, how do you know me? Like, you're not supposed to know where I am. And, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So now.
Okay. So.
Lena's trying to escape.
Yeah. The way she tries to escape too, she hides which I was like, period, girl, like, be quiet. He's in that room. And then he starts watching his videos, like, you know, whatever. And then she thinks she can make a run for it. There's a little bit of space in the door, in the garage door for the thing. And this fucking bitch, and he knocks her out.
Yeah.
Knocks her out and takes all the camera footage, or the video footage of evidence on him with him. He drugs her and he takes her to her house in the woods. So he drugs her, and ends up essentially just trapping her in her own basement. And then he goes around town pretending that he doesn't know where she is, and he's like worried because she's not answering her phone and all these things.
Yeah. And in the meantime, he's also like trying to convince her by showing like the footage of her that he's her savior. Like, this is what you were feeling. This is what you wanted. You're the one that approached me. Like, etc.
And saying how like he knows her better than everyone else. And there was one point he goes, what did he say? He said, "I know what you are." And there was a pause, and I said, "Say it out loud." Vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's trying to convince her that he's the one that truly knows her, that loves her, that saved her, etc.
And she's not buying it.
No, she's like, the fuck?
But there's a moment that he's about to like kill her, literally, until she tells him that she's pregnant.
Yeah, because he's realizing that the cops are probably going to find her, or the cops are onto him. Oh, because this is after the friends. They went to the police, and then because Claire has a following, she puts online like, we can't find our friend Lena. We also can't find her boyfriend Dan, and so that's when like he's put into the public eye of being a suspect.
Oh yeah.
And
Also,
so
she
then
just keeps trying to like stab him, and, like
Yeah.
get
so
away.
He can see he's not changing her mind,
Yeah.
and people are suspicious. So now he's like, okay, I have to kill her.
Yeah.
She does tell him that she's pregnant though, and he's like relieved, like, oh my god, we're gonna have a family, blah 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 blah.
Before that though, he did injure her rib was injured because of when he knocked her out or whatever. And then she asks him for an ice pack, something, and specifically tramadol medication, which she has because she's a paramedic. And that's important later.
Yeah, because that's what gives her the positive pregnancy test, right?
Because he asks her for proof, or she said, "I'll prove it to you that we're pregnant." And then he goes to buy the pregnancy tests, and it does come back positive. But it's because of the tramadol.
I missed that whole part.
She mentioned that she knew a friend or something
I heard that.
that was in an abusive relationship, and they thought she was pregnant, but it was because she was taking tramadol. Yeah, so she remembered that and was like, oh, perfect. I have a way of convincing him. He is trying to say that that Harriet has been lying about him, that he was the victim in their relationship, and all this kind of stuff, right? To try to convince her. And then the detective goes looking for Lena, and so she's like, I'm gonna try to go talk to Dan. When she goes searching at their house, or at her house, because she asked him to move in, so it's their house now. Which again, timeline wise, I'm like, wow,
we moved on real fast.
Yeah, you were engaged, and now all of a sudden,
A couple months later.
So detective is like looking around their house, and Lena is thinking that Dan is going to kill the detective. So she's like, I'll make her go away. I won't say anything. Like, let me just talk to her. So she like creepily opens the door.
You could tell something's wrong.
Yeah, because she's like as she's talking, she's like.
And it was her nails that did it, right? Because her nails were all dirty and shit.
Yeah.
She just looks like.
She looks like she's being held at knife point.
Yeah. Which she was.
Yes.
She's acting hella strange, and she's literally, her face is like, think of The Shining of Jack Nicholson when he's like, where's Johnny? Like, that is just his face. That was her.
I've never seen that.
It's
you
good. You
haven't?
would like it. Did you watch Doctor Sleep?
No,
You should watch it.
no, I haven't watched it.
But watch The Shining first so you understand it.
I should
It's
watch
good. Anyways, so that's what she looked like. And then yeah, basically the detective is like, on the count of 3, move. Because she's like, you're acting fucking weird. I think that man is in there with you. She tries to shoot Dan. He does shoot her, right? But it's just like
It's just like in the, I don't know, somewhere non-vital.
yeah.
And a rule of thumb that I always have, you just keep hitting someone until they don't move. Because people never do that. Lena
Yeah.
didn't do that. She hit him one time,
Well,
and then he got up. You don't stop hitting until they don't move.
Yeah, you're right. Because she stabs him in the back, and that's how she gets away.
yeah.
And then he tries to burn the house down as Lena steals the videotapes as evidence.
He confronts her at the cliffside.
Yeah, and she fucking throws herself and the tapes off the cliff into the water. And then he runs. He's like, I don't know what to do. Fuck. Episode 6 is the episode that really pissed me off. Let me tell you. That girl at the motel thing.
Oh,
Aaron.
Fucking idiot. So we're now at episode 6, the last episode. So Dan is on the run, but he's also trying to find Lena.
Yeah.
She ends up going and tells the cops what happens, and she ends up staying with her friend.
Tessa.
Yes. But she's also freaking out at her house. She's like looking through all the vents, fucking hitting all the mirrors. Her friend is like, what
is my
the
house.
actual fuck is going
Yeah, I
on?
was like, I feel bad for her.
She's super, super paranoid that she thinks Dan is watching all of her moves, which he was,
is.
so fair. We end up finding out that Dan's real name is actually Andrew Wilson. He lied about his parents passing away when he was younger, but his parents are alive and well. He's just a fucking trust fund kid who grew up in
Fucking
Sydney
around.
and just has
Doing this
anger
shit for
issues.
fun.
Yeah.
But he runs away and stays at this like motel.
Yeah. And there's a girl, he convinces one of the workers, she's like the housekeeper, her name's Erin, super young. He's like, hey, can you put me in a room right away? It's not check-in time, but he's, basically just lying up his ass to get a room.
Yeah.
She gets him a room. Okay, we're there. And then he needs help disinfecting his wound. So he asks Erin to come in and help her. And she's like, this is the part that's so annoying about her, is that she's not strong enough to say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, she's just like, she gets manipulated by this man. And I was like, he's not actually that charming.
And
He's
he's
not.
really not that good looking.
No.
He has really beautiful eyes.
Sorry,
though.
actor.
His eyes are really beautiful, though. I'll give him
But
that.
like comparatively, I mean, obviously it wasn't just looks, but like from the beginning, I was like, Lena's fiance is way better
That's
looking
what
than
I
he
said.
is.
I said Kane is a lot cuter, but I don't know.
Not that it was about looks, but
Yeah. But so he asks her to like help him clean his thing, and she notices he has like a mountain tattoo, on his bicep, of all places. I just think of that like mountain, and you think it's getting bigger. That's why he has it there, potentially. I don't know. Anyways, when she sees that in the mirror, she like freezes, and then all of a sudden she's like, "My manager's gonna get mad at me," and like walks away.
Like, I gotta go.
Girl, what? Like, you gave yourself away. Just fucking finish
Literally.
patching him up and then go, like, be normal.
Literally.
Be normal. Because then she calls Claire, says that she thinks she found the guy. Then she calls the police. And then this motherfucker's walking across the parking lot. Yeah. He's, like, screaming at her. She locks herself in the office. He's like, open the door, Erin! Open the door! I was like, and then she's just sitting there like, I can't.
like-
Self-defense, everybody. Take self-defense class, God damn it.
You all think you're so fucking smart.
Yeah.
Which they're not,
They're
clearly.
not.
But yeah, he's crazy. Okay, we get that. And then pretty much
He runs away again. He escapes.
he still has access to view all the cameras of his Nest shares though, because he keeps his laptop with him. That's like his prized possession. Anyways,
It's like his TV. Like he watches people as his
In multiple
entertainment
places, yeah.
in multiple places.
Yeah.
Because one of his speeches was like, you don't know what someone truly wants or who they truly are until you watch them when they don't know they're being watched or whatever is his thing.
Yeah. And then pretty much Lena recovers a video showing that Dan killed Axel because Axel
Found out about the cameras.
yeah, after Lena confronted him, Axel left to go confront Dan, who was working, on the repair.
Yeah.
And he confronted him. And he was like, I'm going to tell everybody this and this and that. And then Axel just fucking whacked him in the head with a hammer. And he died.
Him. Yeah. And then he threw him off the cliff. He said, bye.
Yep. Which that removes Kane from jail with that evidence. And then she lures Dan. She like turns on the camera and is like, hi, I'm here. I know you're watching me.
Because she finally goes back to her own place after staying with
Tessa.
Yeah. And then I thought he was also going to go after Tessa at first because like when they had the police outside of Lena's, I was like, oh, is he going to like go after Tessa to like try to lure Lena out or something? But
I like Tessa. Tessa was a real bitch.
Yeah.
I guess he's not that smart.
No one
He should have done that. So yeah, she lures him back to one of the nest shares and then she kills him with an overdose of fentanil.
Yep.
And then
stabs him in the heart. Just like,
and then that's her happy ending. Let's put it that way.
Oh, after that though, I think she like. Oh well, you can get to the last part.
That's all I have. So what is
okay.
it?
So
the end.
At the very end, the Detective Brennan or whatever, she is recovered because Lena saved her from the burning house that Dan set on fire after he shot her.
Oh, that's right. She doesn't die.
Yeah, she doesn't die. She's fine. And she approaches Lena. Lena's like back to doing her paramedic shit. And she's like, so like, how are you? This and that. And like, do you still have the nightmares? And, she's like giving her clues that they think they know where Dan is going and they're following those clues, but nothing ever comes to fruition about that. And so it's pretty much insinuated that Lena says that she buried him in the basement of that of her father's house.
Because she said she like filled it.
She filled it.
Because she was having nightmares about being in the basement and she was like, oh, I took care of it by just filling the basement.
Yeah. And I think she buried him.
And I think that the detective also kind of knows because before when Lena was talking to the detective, she was like, even if you guys find him, like I'm never going to feel safe again in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And they still haven't even found him, but now she's like perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So
the detective knows that she got rid of him, that she killed him and got rid of him, but she's going to be like, well, there's nothing we can do about it because she's on her side. So yeah, it's pretty much, and then the ending is just like, she's sitting at her pa's house, drinking a martini.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. On top of Dan's body.
On top of his body.
That's it.
That's
the end.
That's the end.
All right. What is your rating?
5. It was mid. I didn't really like it that much, and I thought the acting was not good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Lauren.
Actually, sorry, backtrack. The only episode that I thought was good was episode 5. And then I didn't like anything else. Which is the big climax where everything happened.
Yeah.
Of her being in the basement and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I give it a 7. I think it was good enough. I think that the twists were good and the story was good. I think the acting was like, it was mid.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. It wasn't anything crazy. But I liked the storyline and I thought it was interesting. And it's not how I expected it to go, I guess. I didn't really have expectations of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Mine was a 6.5. I felt like it was a little too long.
Same.
Each episode was too long. I appreciate limited series, especially a lot of them are now starting to be more so 6 episodes than 8.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that between the 6 and 8 episodes. I just don't appreciate that it's that long. They're like over an hour each episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was okay at the end of the day. Yeah. I just don't understand Lena. What is the fascination of this man? And how can you literally like just leave your fiance that quickly?
Moral of the story: don't cheat. If she hadn't cheated, none of this would have happened.
Cheaters, let us
Don't cheat.
know.
Period.
How do you jump
Don't be a
from
fucking
people
cheater.
to people
You
that
won't-
quickly?
You won't end up cheating with a narcissist in a basement.
Yeah.
Question for you guys: if you guys were, what do you think? If you were if you were Lena,
Mm-hmm.
but let's just say it's not an affair thing, because I know all three of us literally would just never do that.
Yeah.
That's in our moral code. We just don't do that. But if you were watched, and you found out, what do you think your first reaction would be?
Damn, that's fucked up.
Damn.
She's like, hey.
What's up? Like, damn, that's fucked up. That's my reaction. And then, I mean, I would do what a sane person would do and then go to the police.
Yeah. And have them like sweep my house, make
Yeah.
sure there's no more cameras, I
Right.
guess. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I know, yeah. I feel like I mean, I would go to the police and I would feel, I don't know, I would feel gross,
Yeah.
especially if it was like a place I was staying at or if it was in my own
Like
home.
my house, yeah.
But me too, when people cross boundaries, I would want to beat some ass. So I'd be like fucking terrorizing people to try to figure out who the fuck is doing it.
Yeah.
I know that about myself for sure.
Yeah.
Well, not many people go in your house, so I guess you would be able to narrow it down pretty fast.
Yep. Lauren, where's the footage? She's been at my house the most. No, but just in general.
I put
prime
my money on
suspect.
Kelly because Kelly's like, I never get to be in this house, so I want to watch.
It's like, I need to know what's going on at all times. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So if you watch it, let us know.
Wait, what did it get rated again online?
Oh.
IMDb, it was a 5.8 out of 10.
Oh.
Rotten Tomatoes, it didn't have a score.
Oh.
Let's see.
And there
really
was
quick.
something called Common Sense Media. They gave it like a 5 or a 6.1 or something like that.
So that's an F.
So we're about all around the same. I gave it the lowest.
That's not
I don't know if you guys caught some of the Australian lingo though. Like when it
I
came
think Australian lingo's so funny.
Trousers?
wedding. So they call bachelorettes and bachelor parties. So a bachelorette is a hens and a bachelor's is a bucks.
Okay.
So when my sister was planning her wedding, she's like, "Oh yeah, they're planning stuff for my hens," and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I said, "Bitch, you're American."
All right. Well, if you've watched it, it's not new. Remember, it came out last year. So it is, I would recommend watching it.
It's interesting.
It's interesting. Would not recommend watching Vladimir. We're still going to shit on that show. But let us know what you think. I do like stories like this one. But I can't think of any from the top of my head. And I know I've watched a few.
I think the story itself is interesting. I think it could have been done better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just my facts on it or opinions on it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So if any of you know of series or even movies that are similar to it that you think are better, they must be better. This got rated an F. Let us know. Please and thank you.
Yeah. All right. Until next time.
Embrace the instability.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.